Hello, hi, welcome to another book video. Yes. This video is a bit different. Aren't you saying that about all of the videos? This video is different because it is a mix in between books, aka novels, and manga books. Yes! So that's what we are diving into today. And the books that I am gonna talk about are actually books that have been laying around in my place and I haven't read them. And we're gonna get into how long they have just been laying around. So without further ado, grab your coffee, snack, drink, whatever you got. And let's talk about some novel books and then also some manga books. Some manga. Yeah. Okay, starting out first with Circe. This one. This was the first book I read out of all of the books I'm gonna talk about. This book I got I think in May or April this year. So I have had it around 5 months or 6 months laying around and not reading it. It only gets worse from here, guys. Okay, but Circe, what did you think about it? I liked it. Yes. So I have read The Song of Achilles, which is, I believe, the author's first book or their first big breakthrough. And then after that they wrote Circe, which is this one. This also takes place during the Greek mythology and it deals with Greek gods. It's about Circe this time. So Circe is like a god, a witch god. And it's basically about her being on this kind of island and then turning people into pigs. But it also deals with friendships and family and stuff, and it's actually very, very beautiful in that sense, how Circe, that we follow, the main character, how she connects with her sister and other characters too. So I highly enjoyed it. I would say that I enjoyed The Song of Achilles a little bit more, but that's just because that's like heartbreak 1,000. If you ever want to feel emotional damage, read Song of Achilles, and that's what I'm drawn to apparently. But I want to say without further ado that this is a great book, and the way it's written is amazing, the kind of world that they create. But I'm glad that I read it. And also, this cover, oh my god, look at this cover. It's beautiful. That's why I had to get it. I enjoyed it. You got through the emotions, but it feels very much up and down and up and down and up and down. It feels a little bit formulaic, this book, I would say. It makes sense that it is kind of formulaic in a sense, And I have no experience with Greek gods or read anything about these before. So this is my first dipping into, that stuff. I highly recommend reading this book if you enjoy Song of Achilles, or if you are interested in Greek mythology and gods and that stuff too. I think it's an easy read and easy to follow, and it's written beautifully. Maybe this could be actually a good starting book. And then if you enjoy these, go to Song of Achilles if you feel like you want more. Just a warning that Song of Achilles may break you because it's so freaking sad, but it's one of my favorite books. Circe! Ta-da! Okay, next book is Color Purple, or The Color Purple. Sorry, I forgot the. This one! Talking about heartbreaks. So first thing, I have had this book since autumn last year, I think. Like September or something. So it's been laying around for a year. I have seen The Color Purple. I've seen the movie. I believe it's the 90s movie I've seen. I think actually when I got this book, I saw a trailer for a new The Color Purple movie last year. I believe there are multiple ones. This book It's great. This book takes place in the Americas and you follow mostly two characters, these sisters, these black sisters, and kind of their relationship to each other. And you follow it through letters, which is so adorable. So everything is written in letters. And this is a classic. This is a classic book. Once again, seen the movie. Not read the book before. This book is beautifully written, does deal with abuse, sexual abuse, the R word, other things. So this is quite a heavy book for sure, but it is really beautiful. And once again, the way they wrote by them interacting in letters was so cute. And I don't remember that at all from the movie, the 90s movie at least. I really enjoyed it and I'm glad that I read this classic, but just to make sure there are triggers in this. So just so you're a bit warned, I'm glad that I got to experience this, and I think everyone should read it who have watched the movie or want to know more about it. Like there were certain things that I really enjoyed reading this that I felt like I didn't get out of the movie. So yeah, a pretty quick read. Enjoyed it a lot. It's quite eye-opening and deep. It's also funny at parts, but heavy topics and deals a lot with God and belief, but also the culture and America and being dark-skinned in a community and family and yeah. I'm not gonna say anything more. Read it! Read it! Now we're gonna switch to the manga books. Are you guys ready? First manga book is Akira or Akira. Akira or Akira? I don't know how to pronounce it. Yes, this book. This is a series. This is book number 1. So it's not just this book. There are multiple ones. This is one of those manga/animes I always been told that, it's so great, you need to read it and watch it and da 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 da. And then I got it, you know, and then it's just been laying around in my bookshelf. I think I got this 2020 something during, you know, the pandemic years. I thought I was gonna be good girl and read some more, but I mean, I got the book, but it's just been displaying on my place. So yeah, this is Akira. It came out in the 80s and it is like a cyberpunk-ish world of Japan/Tokyo. It's quite action heavy, but it also have dialogue. It is a really immersive world. Beautiful art style and the speed lines and so cool. I heard that the anime movie is very different from the manga. I have only read the manga, this first book, so I don't know what happens after the first book. I'm a sucker for the cyberpunk stuff, okay? I love the cyberpunk stuff. I really enjoyed this dystopian world they created and kind of the stuff they are building up to and leading up to is really interesting. Super immersive. So cool. Quite heartbreaking also. In a sense, this came out in the 80s and it kind of shows with certain interactions. Now this is a manga and it's from Japan, so I don't know. Let's just say there's some flirtiness going on in this book that I'm like, that would not be acceptable in today's standards. Really gritty, awesome book and highly enjoyed it. Maybe I will check out the movie, you know, to see the difference. But once again, I mean, I read the first book, so I don't know if that's gonna make me see a lot of differences in the movie compared to the book series, you know. But this is a chunky one. This is one of those like big editions or deluxe editions, so you don't have to get so many books. I did this also with the Blam, which I don't have here, but the Blam book. I also got the first like deluxe edition, and just by having that first book and rereading it multiple times, like the atmosphere, once again, cyberpunk stuff, beautiful. So I am good by stopping here. Awesome, cool series, and I can see why people gotten into it, you know. Last manga book. You're ready? You're ready! Da-da-da-da. Berserk! Yes. This I was a bit hesitant to read because it is quite a following, and people just say how like it will change you and emotionally break you. I got this, I think it also was around 2020. But, you know, a friend recommended it to me. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get it, you know, I'm gonna get it. And then it's just been laying around. So now I read it, yeah. This is the deluxe volume or whatever it's called. Yes, deluxe. And this is book number 1. So once again, this is not the end. There are multiple ones. But I mean, this is a big one. A big chunky one. And I believe this goes through volume 1, 2, and 3. I think. Parents Advisory. This thing. This. You see this? Big yes. Yes. This is not a book you show to little Jimmy. Oh no, they will be scarred for life if you show this to little Jimmy. Don't do that. Okay, Berserk take place in a fantasy land. Berserk has inspired games like Dark Souls and Demon Souls and stuff is what I've heard. So it's kind of that gothic, that dark medieval fantasy kind of vibe. And you follow a hunter named Guts and whatever he's up to. But yeah, this book has blood, gore, nudity. Once again, above 18, okay? Really great book. You really feel for Guts. He is such a badass for starters, such a badass. There's so many panels that are so impressively drawn and he looks so intimidating. This like bounty hunter guy, whatever this mysterious person is. But also you see moments when he's flawed and he's emotional. It's just about a guy trying to figure out life and he gets caught up in a bunch of shenanigans and fighting and blood and gore and stuff. So yeah, I can see how this has quite a following. I believe it is over 30 volumes, manga volumes, but it never finished because the mangaka or the author passed away sadly at quite a young age. But I am good stopping here. I am good stopping here because even these 3 volumes, this total was a lot to take in. And I heard that it just gets more and more over time and the sadness and all that stuff. It's kind of like they are introducing you to something that's really horrific, like something that looks very, very gross and makes you uncomfortable. And then they kind of add this element to, there's a backstory to it, and then it just becomes sadness and you're like, So that's kind of what they're doing. Glad that I read it. I can say that I read the beginning of the Berserk, at least. Art, amazing. This is the beginning of their career, so I can just imagine how they develop the art style over time. Good book, just make sure that you are adult enough or can handle gore and nudity. And I'm not talking about just nudity, nudity where stuff happens. That kind of nudity, okay? So that's all the 4 books. Something I have to show you guys that confused the fuck out of me, okay? Here we got Berserk, okay? Here's Akira. Why the fuck is it like this? Do you see this? You got it on the right side here, okay? Then you got it on the left side here, okay? This book, whatever you call it, thing that you flop through the pages. And it's so funny because I always remember reading manga, you read it from the right to the left, okay? That's how you read manga. But then when I read Akira, I was like, I need to read it from the left to the right? Anyway, so I did that. I don't know if that was correct. And I read it from the right to the left with Berserk, you know? Because once again, let me show you. You see this? They got the thing at the same side, okay? So it has to be left to the right. It has to. It just makes logical sense. But I have never read a manga from left to the right before. Never. Always right to the left. Because it's from Japan. It's the way they they read. They read from right to the left and then also from top to the bottom, but we don't have that in Europe. We read from left to the right, you know. But anyways, just a little rant. Had to show that. I'm like, what the fuck what is this? That's all the books for this video. A little mix in between some manga and some novels. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please give me a like and subscribe, helps me out a bunch, and I will meet you guys in the next video, whatever we do. Right now I started to read The Bee Sting, a chunky novel, and so I'm very excited about that. I think I'm not gonna do a video on it. I just want to read it on my own kind of vibe. Some books I just want to read on my own and be my own book time, I guess, if that makes sense. I hope you guys enjoy this little mix between format. Take care, and I will see you guys in the next one, okay? Bye bye!